Hello guys, how you all doing? I hope you all are fine and I welcome you all to a brand new video. So while working on projects, I noticed that my soldering iron was not picking solder anymore. And it can be seen clearly where the problem lies. Because the tip of the soldering iron has created a layer of oxidized solder around itself, which prevents it from picking any more solder. But instead of just replacing the tip, I'm gonna show you how to replace the tip and the heating element also. But before going any further, if you don't know how soldering iron works, please watch my previous video in which I explained how it works. And after having a concept in mind, we can hopefully repair it. One of the most common faults in the soldering iron is the rusting of its soldering tip. So if your soldering iron is not picking up solder, the problem may be in the soldering tip. But I recommend you to change its soldering element also. You can see in this soldering demonstration that my soldering iron right now cannot make connections. And most of the solder get attached to its tip. So let us try opening and replacing the components. So the first thing we need to do is to separate the base and the heating element. In order to do that, I need to locate all the screws. So these are the screws which hold the element and the base together, and one is over here. I'll try opening all of them. Oh. Ah! Please let the soldering iron cool down. So after cooling it down, I removed the 4 screws which were holding the base and the heating element. So let's open it. After opening it, you can see its connections, which are in the same sequence as I explained in my previous video. So you can see over here, the 2 wires from the heating element are also going to the board, and you need to desolder them. Let's also remove the soldering tip. So now I've removed all the screws, and after desoldering these connections, I will be able to drag the heating element out. So now you can see I have desoldered the connections and I can drag the heating element outside. The heating element should be dragged from the upper side, like this. Now I'm going to install a new element from the upper side. Please make sure to hold these screws in place. Now you can solder everything in place. So now I've made all the connections and soldered everything in place. And now it's the time to check whether the soldering iron is fine or not with my previously made series circuit. After making all the connections, I'm gonna plug my soldering iron into the series circuit to check for faults. You can see my soldering iron is operating and the series bulb is also glowing dim, which means my soldering iron is 100% fine. And it's getting hot too. So now is the time to gather everything in place. First of all, I'll place this screw. Ow! Please let the soldering iron cool down. So when it's cooled down, screw everything in place. So after placing all the screws, now it's time to place the soldering tip and attach its soldering screws. And after placing everything together, you're ready to go. By the end of this video, I hope you have learned something new. This was my first repairing video in which I showed you how easy it is to repair soldering iron. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions regarding this video, please mention in the comment box below. And if you want me to make more repairing videos, please smash the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. This would encourage me a lot to make some more videos. Until next time, bye.